What's up, everyone? We're back. So, a couple of months ago, actually, it's probably about 7 months ago, I did a video about the new TV show that Taylor Sheridan was working on called Landman. And it was going to star Billy Bob Thornton, and that's all I had at the time. And it was going to basically be like an upstairs, downstairs at the Texas oil industry. Now, a good example of a modern upstairs, downstairs is Down Abbey. So I was a little concerned that it wouldn't really work, especially because Billy Bob Thornton, you get certain images of him, like Bad News Bears, Bad Santa, and I couldn't really see him being serious. And then I watched 1883 and kind of changed my mind because damn, is he going to do a good job in his one episode of that. So, guys, we got a trailer out for the Landman. Let's take a look at it. Here we go.
Welcome to the oil business.
Right. So John Hamm is actually also in this show as well. So, and if anyone saw the pictures of John Hamm, he was sitting in a chair. I guess his wife was next to him. The character looks incredible. So I'm all in on him. I will say real quick, I do think the most difficult thing that this show is going to deal with is being on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has kind of been a killing ground for a lot of good shows. CBS recently canceled Blue Bloods, which is kind of incredible because it's in its 14th season. And as I understand it, it is one of the top watched shows on Paramount Plus. And so for them to cancel that, which has basically been kind of a staple of television for, 14 years now. Think back 2010. That's a long time. So will this be as successful as other Taylor Sheridan shows? I hope so. I want it to be. 1923 and 1983 weren't on TV. They were streaming on Paramount Plus, and they've been pretty good. So I do hope that this gets the press and the opportunity to be good like the other two.
Oil and gas industry makes $3 billion a day in pure profit.
Damn.
And it's only getting bigger. But before any of that money is made, you got to secure the land, then manage the people. That's my job. First part's pretty simple. It's the second part that can get you killed.
So one of the other concerns I had about this show is I didn't want it to be a redo of Dallas. If you don't know, I can't imagine anyone doesn't know, but Dallas was, it was a pretty big show in the 90s. And I think it was it might have been the 80s, but I think it was the 90s. And they kind of did a little bit of that with Yellowstone, where they left off the season with the big question of who shot John Dutton. That was a huge question, and I think after season 3 of Dallas, who shot the main character, or the patriarch, I think. And I don't want Taylor Sheridan to just remake 80s and 90s shows. I want new stuff. I want new ideas, new stories. So I'm hoping that this stays far enough away from a Dallas remake as they can. Ooh, rattlesnake.
The world has already convinced itself that you are evil and I am evil for providing them the one thing they interact with every day.
Getting oil out of the ground is the most dangerous job in the world. We don't do it because we like it. We do it because we run out of options.
That's right.
Everybody's whole family works the patch.
Roll the dice one last time.
Stick with beer. You want something stronger?
I quit drinking. I'll stick with beer. Welcome to the oil business.
Starting November 17th. So in a week, we get the return of Yellowstone and the start of Landman. I think the Madison is supposed to start, or actually Madison might be filming now. So I think it starts later in the next year. But Sheridan's got 3 shows coming out. Tulsa King comes back soon. Like, the dude can't miss. So let's talk about what we just watched. I like that it's going to show the money side of the oil industry. You know, it's a big deal. $3 billion, you say a day or an hour? Like, that's incredible. And profit, too. It looks like a lot of this show is going to be based around, not around Billy Bob Thornton and John Hamm, but around the people that work the rigs. And again, that is how you make a successful show in America. We don't really care about affluence and money and private jets and helicopters. We want to hear the stories of the people that do the jobs. And that's one of the reasons why a show like Dirty Jobs was such a huge thing in the 2000s, because people wanted to know more or wanted to see the fabric of America, basically. And shows like this, like Yellowstone, showing the dirty side or the working side of these type of industries, people are interested in them. Whether they know it or not, they end up being interested in them. So I think Sheridan has completely hit a home run here. Obviously, he's got some stuff to overcome with it being on streaming, on the worst streaming service. Well, I take that back. Second to worst. Paramount at least still has like good movies and, you know, TV shows that we grew up on. NBC, Peacock is far and away the worst one. Like, holy shit, guys. Can it and sell your shit. I do love that it looks like one of the things that bugs me with TV shows, especially TV shows like this, is when you start the show and immediately, a conflict pops up, as if everything was going good before the show started. But it looks like they're not going to do that here. It looks like we're going to have conflict that's been going on, and we're just going to kind of be put in it. I like that. I don't really like when it's almost like conflict has just popped up for the show, which obviously it has. That's how you do a TV show. But I want a little more continuity in this. Overall, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a pretty good show. I mean, John Hamm, you know, you got him in Fargo, which I haven't watched, but I have watched his little monologue against the FBI dude and the sheriff in Fargo, and it's pretty good. I like it. So I may end up having to watch Fargo. I know Rolo will be really happy to hear that. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's just around the corner. We are 2 months and a week away from being able to see this. So yeah, you know, everyone, I'd love to hear what you have to think about it, say about it. You know, what do you think? Is Taylor doing too much? I've thought about that too, because he keeps making more shows. And so my concern would be, you know, we know that he writes, I think, like 90% of everything himself. So that only provides you so much time to go be on set and in charge of shooting and making sure your vision is coming out. So that does worry me about Sheridan projects. But other than that, you know, I'm pretty excited for this, guys. You know, let me know what you think.